This your boy Zay here, and Nicki Minaj is complaining that nobody wants to sign to her Heavy On It label. Yes, if you don't know, Nicki Minaj has finally launched this label that Ice Spice is supposed to be a part of, that Ice Spice was supposed to be president of, and all this other stuff. And she's complaining that a lot of artists, instead of signing to her, have decided to sign to bigger labels. Now, hear me out here. Nicki Minaj at one point was the greatest, the best female rapper in the game, and henceforth why she calls herself the queen and all this other shit, and people really give her that title. But you also got to realize at the same time, there were no other female artists or competition for her. All the girlies at the time when Nicki Minaj came out were either in jail, on their way to jail, fresh out of jail, trying to get their life together, or they were too old, or just R&B girls, right? So there was a point in time where Nicki Minaj just went undefeated. No competition, no nothing. She was only competing with the boys, which made it even cooler when she dropped these bars, right? In that time, all these girls came out. The Mollies, the Cubans, the Asians, all the girls, all the Cardis and the Glorillas, the Sexies, the JTs, the City Girls, you name them. All these girls came out. And there was a time where these girls would be begging, fighting, kicking and screaming to get next to Nicki Minaj. I'm talking about anything to get next to Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj ignored them, beefed with them, shunned them, made them do humiliating things, and all these other things, right? So when Nicki Minaj gets this epiphany, I can start this label because all these girls want to be next to me, when she finally gets that epiphany, I think she's starting to realize it's too late. You had your chance to sign Nicki Minaj could have single-handedly signed every one of these new girls to a label deal. All of them. She could have had every girl. She had the only all-girl label, and it would have been successful, bro. It would have been fucking successful. The problem is she was too busy trying to compete with all these young girls and fight with all these young girls that by the time she was looking to gather them up, they was kind of looking at her like, what do we need you for? We can just go to a label. We're here now. We don't really need you. And I kind of feel them on that, because what do they need her for? A major's going to do some major things for them. Nicki missed her chance on signing all of them already. Look, last year, I went to a Sexy Red concert. And you know how before the artists come out, they be playing, the DJs playing all these songs? And if you've ever been to a Sexy Red concert, there's women of all ages. From middle school, high school level, all the way up to your mom's level, right? Everyone likes ratchet music. When I say they play Itty Bitty Piggy, and all the girlies from 25 and up were losing their shit, and all the girlies from 21 and down was like, what the fuck is this, and who is this? This is Nicki Minaj. I had never heard this song before. They were not moving. It kind of blew my mind. And I realized that this is why Nicki, for the last few years, has been going on these weird rants and spazzing and yelling and doing all this weird shit, because I think she's finally starting to realize that it's long live the queen time. Time is running out. Now, yes, the Barbs have a demographic that's going to keep her where she's at. But it's not like a Nicki Minaj. It's not like a Beyonce or Rihanna's fan base where it just keeps getting younger. So there'll constantly be people pushing it up. She just has the generation she came in with, and they grew with her. And it's finally just, I don't know. It's not going to be there forever. These people are going to start moving on eventually. and it's kind of mirrors a lot of the other big artists that came off of Young Money. None of them really did anything big besides music. Just like Lil Wayne didn't do anything really big besides music. It's just like, you know, you look at their careers and it's kind of like, damn, like you guys are icons. Y'all could have sold a whole lot of shit. Like, yeah, Drake has OVO, and they saying he abandoned that because he's working on all this other stuff, and Nicki Minaj had the perfume, and Wayne had the truck fit. But it's like, other than that, like, what? Like, they could have did so much more. They could have been on the track record of a Jay-Z. They could have been up there with a Dr. Dre. They could have been buying real estate, selling stuff. They could have been really, really wealthy off something besides music, and could like gracefully fall into these places where they want to stop making music. Because let's get it straight. In this day and age, being lyrical and having the bars and shit, that's cool, again, for certain demographics. But these kids don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to sit there and really decipher it unless it's like has a beef origin or murders in it. The shit that they was doing back in the backpack era is dead and it's dying. It's on its last limb. So, I don't know, man. I think she's finally getting that notion like, yo, I fucked up. I should have been on this shit. And sadly, because it is sad, see somebody at the pinnacle of the top and couldn't see the investments they could have made. But sadly, it's at its wit's end. You got streamers like academics and stuff calling her auntie. You got all these young girls looking at her like she washed up, calling her auntie, and Nicki Minaj going out there on tour, even though she sold out a tour and she did really good. You know what I'm saying? She out here just fucked up in the game. She out here still trying to twerk and fake dance, and it's kind of it's sad when you think about it. She's like the auntie who just never let it go. Just never let it go. But y'all let me know y'all feel about it in the comments section, though. Y'all think Nicki Minaj is finally realizing that the bus is about to end and she's trying to, like, grasp for any type of life, Rav? Or you think, she'll eventually find some young girls and learn from her mistakes? I really don't think she's going to learn from her mistakes, but shit, she might surprise me and she might learn, because right now, it's not looking too good. But again, y'all let me know y'all feel about it in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe.